Hi, I'm Emily Keller, and this is my friend Rikki. She's the founder of Ikki, Small But Brave, which is a baby clothes line based here in Shanghai. And then after you graduated, so you started working like for companies?
Yeah, so then I had this thing in my head that I wanted to live in Italy. And so I basically, I remember I actually took the train down to Biella, and then I was wearing this wool little suit with my mum's boots that my father had given to her when she was young, like these long suede boots. And I walked up the Vallemosso Valley, which is the valley near Biella, which is the textile town in Italy, other than Prato. Prato is in near Florence, and then there's Biella, which is between Milano and Torino, which is famous for all the wool processing. Yeah, so I took the train there, and then I walked up this little valley, which was just one factory next to the other. So like all those Luigi Botto, Loro Piana.
I've been there. Yeah, I've been there.
So I walked and I handed my CV to
wow.
all the factories, and I just really wanted to prove that I could do it, by myself, because I come from a wool family, so, and my dad was very involved in the textile industry, as was my grandfather. But my first job, I really wanted to get by myself. So I went off there and walked up and down if I think now what I did, it's just, I just laugh. Because then later I actually moved there, and I saw that no one actually walks there
does
ever.
That.
And I was, but somehow I love that when you're so young, you're just so ignorant in a way, and ignorant is bliss. And then one of the mills actually called me for an interview, which was Luigi Botto, and the owner of the company actually had the interview with me, which was really funny because there was nothing really he could ask me because I had no experience. So, it was like, it was really employing me on goodwill, him maybe, I don't know, liking me, and then just giving me the opportunity. But once I was employed, his daughter actually told me that the thing that made him employ me was that at the end of the interview, even this, it's just crazy. I said to him, yes, so this is my first proper interview ever. And at the end of the interview, he said to me, okay, is there anything you'd like to say? And then I said, I'd just like to know within 2 weeks if you'd like to have me or not, because I need to get on with my life, like as if I was already this really professional and well-known. And then they laughed, and then I think I even said, oh, are they laughing at me? Because I couldn't speak Italian at that time. I could speak a little bit of Italian.
Probably, yeah,
I could speak a little bit of Italian. I think I did the interview in Italian.
Oh, wow.
And then I said, oh, are they laughing at me? And then the owner said, no, we're laughing with you, And so it was a very interesting interview. And then they employed me. So yeah, I don't know why, but anyway, there I was.
How long were you there for?
I was there for 4 years.
Oh. Yeah.
And then I moved to another company still in Italy. It was a wool trading company, and I was there for 2 years, and then I moved to China.
Oh, do you want to talk about the company you worked for here?
Yeah, so that was a Canadian startup, and I was one of the first 5 employees there, and it was a great experience because it was getting into the whole startup culture, and very exciting, and we grew very quickly, and they basically hired me on the spot because they needed someone who knew about fabric, and I loved their vision. The 2 founders were 2 young guys. And and so then I started working with them and working with the factories and buying fabric and doing all the sourcing for everything that went into we were doing men's suiting online, and the company is still running, and I was there for 4 years, and it was an amazing experience. Yeah, really, really. That's where I really learned a lot, and I felt like I made a big contribution,
really?
Because
okay.
when you're in a startup, you're just doing everything, and there were so few of us, and we were very connected with what the vision was of the founder, and it was just a very exciting time. I remember at the beginning I really loved working there and going to work every day because you really felt like what you did made a contribution, and I was making you just had to decide things and go for it, because when you're in a startup you have to take risks, and so we did, and it turned out well, so it was good. Yeah.
So what do you do now?
So then after 4 years at the Canadian startup, I decided to leave and start my own company, which I actually always knew I would do since I was 9 years old. I used to play when I was young with my sister, and I was always the owner of Ken Dunn. Anyway, Ken Dunn is like an Australian brand, and they did all these like beautiful bright colored textiles. It used to be really nice. Toy accessories, like little bags, toiletry bags.
Okay.
And I would always sit and I'd be the CEO of Ken Dunn. Anyway. So then over the years, I saw that there was a niche for mums, because I had a lot of friends who were having kids and they couldn't find good certified product here. And so I sort of put two and two together, because I knew wool is really beneficial for babies, and I wasn't finding really beautiful soft products, wool products for one, and secondly, nice product that was certified and